In T's room, they all thought she was harmless, quiet, polite, almost invisible. They would talk over her as if she wasn't there, take the credit for her long hours and brilliant work, and smile to her face while slowly erasing her very existence from the narrative of their success. And she let them, not out of weakness, no. She let them because she was learning. Her name was Elara. There was a time she held a deep, unwavering belief that simple kindness was a shield, that it would protect her from the harsh realities of the world. She truly believed that loyalty, if given freely, would always be returned in kind. And that pure unvarnished honesty was all one needed to get by. But beliefs, like glass, can shatter. That shattering came on a Tuesday. A major project failed, and a scapegoat was needed. Elara was blamed for a critical mistake she did not make. The very colleagues she had covered for, the ones whose backs she had, stood there in a deafening silence while her reputation was dismantled, piece by piece. No one bothered to ask for her truth. Not a single person waited to hear her side of the story. It was swift, clinical. They replaced her in a single meeting, in that cold, sterile conference room. As their decision hung in the air, something profound shifted inside her. It wasn't anger that flooded her veins. It wasn't rage or a thirst for vengeance. It was clarity, a sudden, piercing clarity that cut through all the noise. She didn't break down. She didn't shed a tear in front of them. Instead, a polite, almost serene smile touched her lips. She gathered her things and walked out. Elara didn't plot revenge in the traditional sense. She didn't waste her energy on fantasies of their downfall. Instead, she sought growth. While they were probably high-fiving over her convenient absence, she was in the quiet corners of her life, meticulously rebuilding herself from the ground up. She disappeared into books and online courses, studying harder than ever before. She didn't just work hard anymore. She worked smarter, optimizing every minute. She spoke far less, choosing her words with precision, and observed so much more. She began to understand the mechanics of their world, their weaknesses, their fears, all without ever revealing the true extent of her own burgeoning strength. She became a ghost, watching, learning, and forging herself into something new. Months went by, turning into a year, and then she returned, not walking back into the same office as a humbled employee, but as a formidable competitor. She made no grand announcement. There were no dramatic entrances. She let her success be her introduction. It started small. A client they were courting suddenly signed with a new, dynamic agency. Then another. The innovative strategies they were so proud of were suddenly being outshined by fresher, more brilliant ideas that seemed to come out of nowhere. Her calm, steady, relentless progress began to chip away at their overinflated confidence. That's when they finally noticed her again. But it was far, far too late. The quiet, forgettable woman they had cast aside was now the architect of their slow decline. One evening, her phone buzzed. It was a message from one of them, one of the main orchestrators of her departure. The message was short, just 2 words. "You changed." She looked at the message, a small smile playing on her lips. Her reply was just as brief. "No. I just stopped shrinking." You see? They were braced for anger. She gave them dignity. They were expecting a quest for revenge. She gave them distance, an unbridgeable chasm created by her own ascent. They anticipated a dramatic confrontation, a shouting match, a final showdown. She gave them success, a quiet, undeniable, and all-encompassing success that spoke louder than any angry words ever could. And that, right there, was the most profound revenge of all. The most painful truth they were forced to learn wasn't that she had set out to destroy them. It was that she never needed to hurt them at all. She only needed to become unapologetically, powerfully herself. Some people think revenge is a fiery act of destruction, of tearing down those who wronged you. But the strongest, most enduring revenge is becoming everything they said you could never be. It's building an empire so magnificent that their world looks small in comparison. It's the quiet satisfaction of knowing you didn't sink to their level, but instead, you rose so high they can only watch you shine. Thank you so much for watching. If this story resonated with you, let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. See you in the next one.